your favorite music. Now is the time to be your own DJ and to put your favorite tunes on. And let's get started. Today is a full body workout. You're going to want a mat and weights. I have a set of 10-pound weights and I have one 15-pounder. I'll be using that 1-pounder for added pressure in specific moves. We'll be doing some clean presses, and that's why I'm using my 10-pounders. All right, but it's full body, and we got some new movements, which I'm really excited about. Let's get warmed up. All right. Happy Wednesday. Let's reach it side to side. Opening up those hips, opening up those knees. Good, and taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, and bring it to one side stretch, reaching over. Just gentle, looking up, and deep breaths. Good, and swooping to a warrior, putting pressure in that back hip and reaching our arms up to the sky, looking up. Good, let's square our hips off to the front of the room and dip down and up. And give me one more down and up, and then let's reach to the other side, reaching over, looking up. Good, and swooping to another warrior on the other side, pressure in that back hip, but it's gentle. Good. Nice, let's square it off to the front of the room and let's reach side to side. We're putting pressure in that back heel, reaching across the chest, getting our heart rate up. Good, and then let's reach it corner to corner. Nice, let's tap our heel in front and press our arms towards our chest. Focusing on warming up those shoulders. And now we're gonna bring our heels up and back, butt kickers, as we bring our shoulders back, our elbows back. So now we're warming up our backs. Good, now knees up, crossing over those obliques. Good job. Nice work, let's jog it out and rotate the wrists in. Rotate the wrists out. Good, heels up, butt kickers, pump the arms. Good, high knees, bring them up. Good, let's squat down and bring it to our toes, up and down. We're pushing our weight into our hips and our heels. Our chest is up, squeezing our core to our spine, taking those deep breaths. Good, let's bring it side to side, hopping side to side, absorb from toe to heel. Good, shake it out. Let's bring it down to a plank position. Our back is flat, core to spine. Our glutes are down. We're gonna push forward and back. Good. And give me 5 push-ups either on your toes or knees. Warming up those shoulders one last time. Nice job. Shake it out. So good. All right. You can continue to warm yourself up and stretch yourself out the way you like. I'm going to show you the 7 movements. So keep moving while I show you these movements. The first one is a dumbbell front squat. I'm grabbing my 10-pounders If you'd like, you can do this with me. I'm bringing my weights right up to my shoulders. My elbows are pointed forward. Squatting down and up, down and up. If these weights are not challenging you, go heavier. Again, we're using our legs in this movement so we can lift more weight. Good, those are front squats. Next movement, laying on our mats, isolated glute bridge with a hold. I'm also adding weight. I'm grabbing a 15-pounder and I'm gonna push that weight up with my hips. So the weight is right on my hips, pushing it all the way up. Squeeze, 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 isolated, keeping it up and squeeze the entire time. Good, that's an isolated glute bridge hold. All right, and number 3, dumbbell curl to press. I'm going to use my 10-pounders. I might want to go a little more challenging, we'll see. But we're going to curl our arms up to shoulder height, rotate. Now they're right at the shoulders and press. Now we're using larger muscles in the arms, so we might go heavy, max out, and then go lighter. But this is a curl to press. The rotate right here is very important. Press, that's what gives us that nice clear line across the shoulder. Good, that's number 3. Number 4 is a 4-point kneeling row. I'm gonna take one weight, my 1 10-pounder, and I'm gonna go to a tabletop position. 4 points means that I have my 2 knees and my 2 wrists on the ground, but 1 hand is holding a weight. I'm gonna squeeze my core to my spine, and I'm going to row up and down, driving that elbow straight up to the sky as I square off my hips to the ground. We're gonna do that for 40 seconds. The second round, we're gonna go to the other side, all right? So we're gonna work that one side, and then when we go to the second round, we'll work the other, which will be my left side. And then for the very last round, I'll let you know halfway through, and we'll just switch to the other side. All right, number 5 is a hollow hold. Moving my weight out of the way, I'm gonna lay completely flat on my mat, bringing my shoulders up off the ground and my toes up off the ground. I'm going to try to hold a hollow position. Now this can get pretty challenging for 40 seconds. So as a modification, we can slightly bring the knees in to help with that lower back. But we are pushing that lower back to the ground, our core to the spine, so we have that hollowed out position. And number 6, we're doing dumbbell weighted crunch. I'm gonna use anywhere from a 10 to 15 pounder. I'm gonna put it on my chest. 2 options here. We can bring it up so that our shoulders are up off the ground, or if we want, we can bring it all the way up. This is completely up to you and whatever you feel is going to challenge you in that crunch. You can even do it without the weight. If you feel like the weight is not really challenging you and it feels awkward, you can do a crunch without the weight. Be right here, bringing it up and down. Either way, you're really working those obliques. And last but not least, we're doing dumbbell clean and push press. Using my 10-pounders, I'm going to slightly squat down. So my legs are right underneath my hips and my shoulders. My weights are right by my side. My core is to my spine. I'm gonna slowly come down. My chest is up, core to spine. And as I'm down here, I'm using this as a springboard. I'm gonna push and lift up. The weights come up to my shoulders. And then I'm gonna slightly use my knees again, a slight bend, and push and press to the top. Bringing it down, control. Again, like a springboard down, use the legs to bring them up, slight down and up. So we can see that the legs are really working. Again, we can use much more challenging weights in those movements as we're using our legs. Always start heavy and you can always go lighter, all right? Let me grab one more challenging weight. I'm gonna grab an additional 15 in case I wanna increase. If you have your favorite music, go ahead and put it on now. I'm gonna put mine on. My screen's gonna go dark for just a second. All right. All right, super excited to start this workout with you, ladies. Our first movement is that dumbbell front squat. We want to grab our weights. I'm going to be using my 10 pounds. Get ready, set, go. 40 seconds of a front squat. So we're using that weight for added challenge, added pressure, squatting down and up, down and up. Pushing our weight back into our hips and heels, the core is to the spine. We're using the legs the entire time, not our upper bodies, but our legs. The front and the back of those legs. Do you feel it? Just 15 seconds more. You got this. Pushing it way back. Don't touch that wall in front of you. You have 8 seconds more. Push. Good. Nice job. Shake it out. Set those weights down. We're doing the isolated bridge hold. If you want to add weight to your hips, you can. I'm grabbing 15-pounder, and in 5 seconds, we start. Here we go. Pushing our hips all the way to the sky, squeezing our inner thighs together, squeezing the booty. Activate everything. The entire underside, everything from your heel to your back is squeezed. Your core is to your spine. You got this. So strong. You're halfway there. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just 10 seconds more. Good, you're doing so good. Good work, nice job, and shake it out. Number 3, we're going to a dumbbell curl to press. I'm gonna try it with my 15 pounds. Let's see if I can do this in 8 seconds. Remember, it's a curl, rotate, and press in 5. Core to spine, protecting our lower back. We curl, rotate, press. Good. Work through that rotate. Make sure it's a controlled movement, that you're not working so fast through it that you miss it. We want it to be very accurate, very controlled. Core to spine, you're doing so good. Squeeze those glutes. We're halfway there. Good. Just 10 seconds more. 5 more. Nice job, and shake it out. Good work. We're going to be going to those 4-point kneeling rows. So that means a tabletop position. I'm grabbing my 10-pound weight. We're just working one side. My core is to my spine. Here we go. We're bringing it up and down. Make sure our hips are squared off to the ground, that our gaze is between our hands, that our head is in line with the spine. Core to spine, we got this. The weight should be equally distributed between the knees and the hand. You're more than halfway there. Keep pushing. Working our backs, working our biceps and our triceps, getting so strong. 8. Nice job. Shake it out. So good. We're going to that hollow hold. Move that weight out of the way, laying flat on our back, on our mat in 8. We're gonna lift up our shoulders off the ground, our toes off the ground. Here we go, trying to hollow out, core to spine, pressing our lower back to the ground. Remember, as a modification, we can bring our knees in or lift our legs higher. The higher you lift the legs, the little easier that it gets, but that's okay. It's still a challenge. We're halfway there. Squeeze the glutes. Can you feel that? Core to spine, just 12. 5. You're doing so good. Nice job. That was tough. Great work. Awesome. We're going to a dumbbell weighted crunch. I'm going to try my 10-pound on my chest. Remember, we do not have to come all the way up. It can be a slight crunch. So we can be right here and down, here and down. Or if you want, you can bring it all the way up to the knees. Either way, core is to spine. And we are working those abdominals all the way up and all the way down to the pelvic area. We're halfway there. Push the lower back to the ground. You got this. Squeeze the glutes to help control. Nice job. Good work. Last movement, we're doing a clean and push press. I'm gonna try my 15s. We're gonna see how this goes. I might have to go a little lighter here in a second. But again, we're using our legs. Remember that springboard. All right, so here we go. We're squatting down and we're using it to press. Bringing it down. Again, using that springboard. Bring it up. Use those knees and those legs. Press it up. Good. It's amazing what we can lift when we're using our legs. Nice job. Core to spine. Head's in line with the spine. 10. Almost there. So strong. Good. Awesome job. Nice work. Shake it out. So good. You have a full minute of rest. If your heart rate isn't completely up, let's try more challenging weights this next time. Bring that heart rate down. Focusing on my deep breaths to my diaphragm, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So good. $18 more seconds of rest, and we're starting off with those dumbbell front squats. I'm gonna go a little more challenging this time. Grab my 15-pounders. We have 8 more seconds of rest, bringing them up right up to my shoulders. Here we go. Good, squatting down and up, core to spine. We wanna be able to, if we had a mirror in front of us, we want our gaze to be straight in front of us in that mirror. It brings our chest up. Our core is to our spine, our head's in line with the spine. Deep breath. Just 15 more seconds. So good. Elbows are straight forward. Squeeze them towards the chest. 8. Good job. Nice work. Set those weights down. We're going to the isolated glute bridge. Grab a weight if you can. Put it on your hips. Challenge yourself. These isolated movements are so powerful. Here we go, pushing our hips up to the sky. Squeeze the glutes. Keep them activated. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Core to spine. Taking those deep breaths, controlled deep breaths. We're halfway there. Squeeze, squeeze. Good, just 12 more. Feel that burn, it's so good. You're doing awesome. Just 5 more. Good work. Nice job. Shake it out. We're going to that dumbbell curl to press. Let that curl, rotate, press. in 5. Good, here we go. Curl, rotate 90 degrees, press, control. Control to rotate. Good, core to spine. Squeeze those glutes. See that smile on my face? So happy to be with you this Wednesday morning. What a blessing. Keep pressing. Yes, nice work and shake it out. So good. We're going to that 4-point kneeling dumbbell row. We're doing the other arm this time. Grabbing my 10-pounder, using now my left arm. Here we go, 40 seconds. Our hips are squared off to the ground. Our core is to our spine. We are strong and victorious. We are consistent and persistent. We don't give up. No. So awesome. Keep going, halfway there, push. That elbows draws up to the sky. The weight stays near the body. Good, just 8 seconds more. Good job. Rest and shake it out. Moving that weight out of the way, we're going to hollow hold. Really working the abdominals. This helps our back as well. 5 more seconds. Remember, we're lifting our shoulders and our feet off the ground. As a modifier, the legs can come higher. To intensify, you bring the legs lower. Either way, we want to make sure it's challenging and intense. Individually, we've got this. You're doing so good. Halfway there, push. Core to spine, we're almost there. Just 10 more. Squeeze the glutes. 5. Good work. Shake that out. That's so tough. I love it. Nice job. We're going to a weighted crunch, still working those abdominals. Grabbing my 15 pounds, set it on my chest. Just a slight raise. Here we go. Squeeze those glutes and squeeze the core to the spine. We want the shoulders to come up off the ground. Maybe not completely, but mostly. You're doing good. So good. 15 more. We can take pride in our hard work for showing up. Nice job. Good work. Awesome. Last but not least, we're going to the clean and push press with our weights. I'm grabbing my 15 pounders. We're using those legs. Here we go. Good. Bring it down, up to the shoulders, rebound. Good. Chest is up, core to spine. Squeezing the glutes, activate. Good, you're halfway there. Deep breath. We're not pulling our lower back. We're using those legs, the core is to the spine the entire time. Just 5 more. Good work. Shake it out. Nice job. So good. Bring that heart rate down. Good job. There is just no excuses when we do hard work. No room for it, right? It's a sure way to reach our goals, to keep pressing. Doing so good. 15 seconds more, and we're on our last circuit on this Wednesday, doing that front squat, grabbing my 15s. In 5. Let's focus on that breath. Here we go, core to spine, squatting down and up. This circuit goes quick. Let's make these count. Perfect form. Good. Just 10 more. So good. 5. Nice job. Shake it out. Going to that isolated glute bridge in 8 seconds, laying on our mat. Here we go, pressing up to that bridge. Hold, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Core to spine, you got this. When you think you've squeezed enough, you haven't. Keep squeezing. 12. Nice job. Good work. Shake it out. We're going to that curl press. I'm grabbing my 15 pounders. That's that curl, rotate to press. Here we go. Bringing it up, rotate and press. Deep breath. My heart rate's up there. It's these challenging weights. 15, we're halfway there. 8. So great. Finish strong. Nice job. Set those weights down and shake it out. We're going to that 4-point kneeling row, but this time, halfway through, we're switching. I'm going to start with my right arm. I'll let you know when to switch. Here we go. Good form. Core to spine. Our hips are squared off to the ground. Almost there. 18, 17, 16. Switch it over. I'm going to my left arm now. Pull. You got this. Other arm. Good job, and shake it out. Nice. We're going to the hollow hold. So move the weights out of the way. Laying on our back. In 5, bringing our shoulders and feet up off the ground. Pressing our lower back into the ground. Core to spine, we got this. Deep breaths. You're halfway there. You got it. So strong. Push. 5. Good job, and shake it out. So good. We're going to a weighted crunch. Putting that weight on our chest. I'm putting a 15-pounder in 5. Here we go. Chest and shoulders up off the ground and down. Core to spine. Pushing the lower back into the ground. Squeeze the glutes. Good. 15 seconds. That means we're halfway there. Keep going. Good job. Nice work. We're going to a dumbbell clean and push press. Grab those challenging weights. This is our last one, you guys. We got this. Here we go. Bringing it down, up, springboard, press up. Good, core to spine. Control. So good. Doing it with enthusiasm. Eight. Core to spine. Squeeze those glutes. Last one. Good work. Nice job, and shake it out. So good. Take a full minute of rest and we'll cool it down. Good job today, ladies. I'm gonna go clean my weights off. I'll be right back. Take about 20 more seconds to rest. Bring the heart rate down. Make sure you get a drink of water if you have it. Wipe your brow. Good. Okay. Let's start walking towards our mats. Let's take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Drawing the breath into the diaphragm. That's our belly button. Imagining we're a hot air balloon. We want to be filled with that hot air. What a blessing to be alive. What an honor. Means we have work to be done here on earth. Good. Awesome job. Let's bring it side to side. Reaching towards the sky, painting the sky with your paintbrush. You get to be a creator for the day. Create that sky. What does it look like? I bet it's beautiful. Good. Now bring it to one side lunge, gentle stretch, reaching over and looking up to the sky. Good. Let's slowly and gently straighten out that bottom knee and the tops of the fingertips come down. A deep stretch in the inner thigh as we reach and look up. Good. And now we're gonna come down, swooping, bringing our hands beside our front foot and doing a dynamic runner lunge up and down, pumping blood to the legs, getting them warm. Now bringing the back knee all the way down for a full runner's lunge. And if we want, we can reach our arms up to the sky or we can keep them down by our feet. Reaching up intensifies the stretch in the back hip. Deep breaths. Good. And we bring our hands down beside our foot, pushing back into our back hip. Top of that front foot and toe comes up to the sky. And we are feeling it in the back of that front leg, that hamstring. It's a good stretch. Good, nice job. Let's come forward again for another runner's lunge. We can reach our arms up if we'd like. We're stretching out that hip. It's important to stretch this area out as we do a lot of sitting with our jobs and our driving. Good, bring those hands down and both legs come up straight. Both feet firmly planted into the ground, pressing the weight into the heels, getting a stretch in the hamstrings. Slowly, we come up one vertebrae at a time and we reach back. My right arm comes to my right toe and I bring my toe up to my glute, getting a stretch in that quad, keeping both knees close together. Good, and slowly releasing and squaring my hips off to the center of the room. I'm gonna dip down and up, opening up those hips and those knees, taking those deep cleansing breaths. Good, and now we're gonna bring it to the other side stretch, reaching over and gazing up. Good, and straighten out that bottom knee, tops of the fingertips down and looking up. So good. I love this stretch. Good, and swooping down, both hands come down to the side of the front foot and we do dynamic runner's lunge up and down, getting warm. And now we're bringing that back knee all the way down and reaching our arms up if we'd like to a runner's lunge. This is to intensify the stretch. We can keep our hands beside our feet if you'd like as well. Good, bringing my hands down. I'm going to push back and hinge in the back hip. My front toes come up to the sky. Fold over the front of the leg, getting a really deep stretch in the back of the leg. These hamstrings work so hard for us. They deserve a good stretch. Good, and coming forward again for another runner's lunge. If you'd like, reaching up, stretching out that hip. Good, bring those hands down. Both legs come up straight, folding over that front leg. Getting a stretch in those hamstrings. Good. And slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time, reaching my left hand back to my left toe, stretching out that quad, keeping the knees close together. Slowly release and shake it out. Coming to one side of my mat, walking my hands down in front of me for downward dog. Pushing my weight into the heels, hips to the sky. Feeling this in the hamstrings today, so great. Good, slowly coming down to that plank position, and from plank, drawing one knee bent through my hands and folding over the front of the thigh. Deep stretch in the gluteus maximus. This is called pigeon pose. Good. Let's slowly push back to a plank position, and from plank, draw the other knee through, folding over the front for a stretch in the glute. Good. Let's slowly push back to a plank again and bringing our knees down into a tabletop position. We're going to do cat-cow, pushing our back arched up to the sky in a cat position, and slowly we sway the back, bring our head and chin back for cow. We're working through our spine. This is a flow movement. Cat and then cow. Deep breaths. Good, one more, working through each movement. Nice job. Slowly, let's sit on our seat bones, bringing out each leg side to side in a straddled position. Reaching my right arm over to my left toe and pushing my seat bones in the ground, looking up to the sky, getting a deep stretch in my side. This is one of my favorites. It feels so good. What's your favorite? Good, slowly coming up. Let's reach to the other side. My left arm reaches over to my right toe, pushing my seat bones into the ground, twisting and looking up. My sides love this. My hips and lower back love this. God, slowly bringing it up. And now I'm bringing my feet close together, touching. I'm in a pike position, reaching my fingertips to my toes and drawing them back to my chest. This is a deep stretch everywhere from my heels to my seat bones. The hamstrings feel so good. Definitely more of a challenging stretch, but it is so, so, so good. Aren't challenges so good? That's right, refined by fire. It's the diamond in the rough, yeah? We can't get to where we want to be without going through all the hard things. Good, slowly release, let go. We're gonna bring our knees together and we're gonna be in a crouched position. So our feet are close together and we're pressing them into the ground and pressing our heels into the ground. We are stretching out our Achilles tendons. Just like a slight crouched position, really bent in the knees. You should definitely feel pressure behind the ankle, maybe in the heels. This also helps release pressure from the lower back. Good, and slowly, we're gonna come up one vertebrae at a time. We're pressing our feet flat into the ground, hanging upside down and then upside down pike. And then we slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Good, feeling that blood rush back feels so good. Taking one arm and cross it over the front of the body and putting pressure to stretch out that shoulder. Good, slowly release. Take the other arm, cross over the body, putting pressure. Good, and slowly release. Take one arm up and behind, bent,
Putting pressure near the elbow, reaching our hand below our neck, trying to reach towards our shoulder blades and just getting a really good stretch in that tricep area, core to spine. Good, and slowly release. Take the other arm bent behind. Stretch. Good, and slowly release. Let's do one more stretch. I love this one. We're going to bring our arms behind us, interlace our fingers together. I'm going to slightly bend over, and then I'm going to start bringing my hands up to the sky. And this really gives me a really good stretch in my rotator cuffs and my shoulders. Sometimes it's really hard to reach this part of the shoulder, but it really needs a good stretch. Good, and slowly cutting down and release. Ooh, feeling that blood rush back. Feels so good. Nice job. High fives all the way around. I hope you have a really great Wednesday and a great week ahead. We're so close to the weekend already, right? Hump day. Have a really good one, you guys. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow.